One of the best ways to see Rome is to wake up at an ungodly hour of the morning and come out to get to see the sights before the masses arrive. That's what we've done this morning. And we're about 6 months or so into our travels now, and I swear I get less sleep now than I ever did while we were working. As you can see, Karen is almost alone here in the square, which is going to be flooded with people in just an hour or so. That's the Pantheon behind me. It is one of the oldest, if not the oldest building in Rome, and definitely one of the most visited sites. There's usually a huge lineup, but by getting here early, there's no crowd.
Throwing a coin into the fountain here at Trevi makes it very special. Take it in your right hand and over your left shoulder means you'll return to Rome one day. Do it. So all of the coins in this fountain are actually collected by the city each day, and they're used to finance a supermarket for the poor people of Rome. Now I feel so cheap. I know. Being like, put in a euro?
No.
Am I nailing it?
Italy? Vatican? Italy? Vatican?
No, it's not here.
Italy? No? Oh, where? Where? That one where the posts are? Ah, thank you. Oh, yeah. I have no idea why that's so much fun, but as you may have guessed, today we are visiting Vatican City. At just 0.44 kilometers square, it is the smallest country in the world and located entirely in the city of Rome. It's also where the Pope lives, so I guess this is kind of like MTV Cribs, Pope style. Can I get a piece of the 4 cheese? So this is the way they do traditional pizza here. They cut off squares off of a larger square and then you pay by weight. This one, which is called pizza bianca, which is basically just the crust with some sea salt on it, is a Roman specialty.
Basil on your teeth. You should have left it for the video. That was dumb of me. So this is banana and lime. Oh, that's nice. It's like a smoothie. Yeah. You still have basil on your teeth. That one's basil. Oh, so good. I do it. Show the people.
So we've come out for dinner and we've chosen pizza again. And the restaurant that we chose today has actually surprised us with a one-day only menu, because today in Rome is a Romano pizza day. So all the pizza places in the area serving only Romano style pizza. And that means it's got this thin crust on it, which is different than a traditional pizza. Oh, this is focusing on Ashley's face.
Knows what's the good stuff.
How was the pizza, Karen? Just a thumbs up?
Two thumbs
up. All right.
So now we have 3 potential gelato places to go to after dinner. Like another 3 is completely reasonable, and I think Brian agrees with me.
We mapped it out so that it's actually a route.
Yeah.
So it's like a gelato crawl.
So there's a big group outside of this one, so this is a good sign.
This is going to be your end stop. You won't go anywhere else.
Number 97.
95 beaches.
Okay, so we thought the last place had a lot of people still hanging around outside and inside. This place is packed. I have had 7 gelatos. This is the last gelato of today. I don't think I've ever said this before, but I think I've hit my gelato limit.
So I'm just finishing up at our, I think, 8th gelato stop, and I believe this might be my like 20th flavor, which is so terrible, but so amazing.
So for me, the best gelato place, hands down, in Rome would be Fata Morgana, and you can't go wrong with anything there. Today we rented a car and we're exploring the Tuscany countryside just outside of Florence, specifically the Chianti region. And this is the first real stop. This is a winery. I'm assuming there's going to be a couple wineries on this trip because Karen loves wine.
This is a blend of 98 Sangiovese with just a 2% of Merlot.
The restaurant we decided to eat at, Il Vescovino, was amazing. From the view, to the food, to the staff, couldn't recommend it more. So today is our last day in Florence, and since we've been doing day trips, we haven't seen too much of the city. So this morning decided to get up early in order to catch 2 spots that I wanted to make sure I saw before we left. So the first stop is in Palazzo Vecchio, and it's not really on any tourist guides or maps, and you won't find tourists here trying to take pictures. We actually had a hard time trying to find it ourselves, and it's this block that has some graffiti on it. It's really old graffiti that's said to have been done by Michelangelo himself. Now, there's a lot of myths and legends around this little piece, but my favorite is that he was dared to do it and did it behind his back. And this is the second spot. Behind me you'll see Cathedral, and it's got a really long name, but it's more commonly referred to as Duomo. We've seen a lot of churches over the course of our travels, but this might be the nicest one, and took over 200 years to complete. We are now in beautiful northern Italy in an area known as Cinque Terre. Cinque Terre translates to 5 lands, and it's just that. It's 5 beautiful little villages along the coast which make up this region. I'm going to tell you guys all about it, but for now, I'm going to enjoy this sunset that's behind me.
Fried seafood in a cone and fish and chips.
So when you're in Cinque Terre, there's a fantastic train that connects all 5 villages, comes about every half an hour. It's super convenient. However, if you're with somebody who inexplicably wants to walk between the villages, well, you can do that too. Even though there's a perfectly good train, there's a hiking trail which connects all 5 villages. This is Vernassa, arguably the nicest city in Cinque Terre, and where we're starting our hike today. And this is where we're headed, and it should take us about 2 hours. So people may be laughing at me because I'm doing this hike in flip-flops, but I'm doing just fine. It's the only shoe I have left on this trip, and if I can get through a week in Iceland with them, I figure I can get along anywhere else. Karen, who's forgotten her water. Good?
Yeah.
Don't drink all my water.
Hurry up.
Now that the hike's done, we have a nice reward lunch, including some local specialties. We have stuffed mussels.
Great views. It was a bit narrow at points, so you had to pass people sort of strategically. There was a little band. Did you see that?